hold on a second. Somebody's knocking at the door. Just give me a second.
And whoever got to go to those, we got some messages. Oh shit! Kombat Jones.
That was weird. I don't know what the hell just happened. Somebody just kicked in the door on me, and
You are now listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast.
it's 2025. Yeah, that's what's up. How's everybody doing out there?
How you doing? Sound off in the comments. Let us know you're here. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Wrestling Year. We got a great slate of stuff happening in pro wrestling these days. Oh man. What a great year we had. Zeus said in the comments 2024 started out hot and it kind of fell off towards the end. I tend to agree.
Mm-hmm.
But we're getting into oh shit, we got Howdy LFC in the chat right now.
Oh no.
We got
Howdy's
LFC
in the chat. Happy New Year, people. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Yeah, I'm here with the best co-host in the world. Y'all say it. Pretty Deadly Jesse. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. Yeah. Bringing in a new year with shots. Yeah. Ringside Renaissance. Yeah.
Banger. Happy New Year to everybody, man. Just let us know in the comments where you're from. Thank you all for the support. And we'd also like to know, as we get talking into this, what were your favorite moments of pro wrestling in 2024? It could be WWE, it could be AEW, could be NXT, New Japan, TNA. Just sound off. Let us know some things that you were, let us know that what your favorite moments were in pro wrestling as we kind of dive into our favorite moments and some of our not so favorite moments, man.
Yeah, our names are definitely switched around. I'll have to fix that later. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Is it? Or when I'm looking, yeah, it is. But when I look at it on here, it's not. I don't know.
It looks great on our computers, man. Hey,
I don't know how to do it. I don't know. I give up.
Thanks for that, Trey. But like, all you guys got to do is just subscribe to or follow both of us, and then you don't have to worry about which one's which at this point, you know.
Yeah.
So
I'm Kombat Jones. I'm Andrew.
I'm Pretty Deadly Jesse.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, follow both, follow all. Most importantly, follow us just on the regular Twitter site, RW Wrestling Pod. Yeah.
Yeah, and then like Howdy, I said oh no when you came on because we don't want any smoke with the Wyatt Sucks today. We're just trying to have a good time, just trying to hang out, talk some pro wrestling with everybody. Oh no, Andrew said oh no. Oh no.
Oh no. Oh, did I? Oh, whoops. Good to meet y'all. What's up, Trey? Yeah.
Thank you. What's up from Iowa? Seth and Punk closed out the year pretty hot. That's what I'm most excited for in 2025. I agree with you, man.
Yeah.
That was a hot promo. I think Seth Rollins really kind of made Punk go to sleep on that promo. I have to say, Seth won that one, man, for me anyway.
I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. I'm kind of disagreeing a little bit. I was feeling what you're saying at first, but then when Punk kind of rebutted, I feel like they kind of left it slightly even.
Yeah.
So I can't go against my dude, So I gotta side with the real best in the world.
Hey, let's sound off in the chat about Kombat Jones' mink coat he's wearing today. I mean, he's representing hard right now.
Yeah.
going hard in the paint. It looks like Diddy gave him that coat. I don't know. I'm not going to speculate, but it is what it is. But yeah, so I got a guy here. I'm about to get held up with a gun right now. So
Oh no,
I don't know if we can. I don't know if we can have this on YouTube.
Lord. Pop, 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 pop.
Click, clack. So click, clack. Oh, sound off the sound effects, Kombat Jones.
Click, clack. Yeah.
Daddy, can you be mommy?
All right, yeah, later, okay, Bubba. So yeah, Zeus said his favorite moments were Sting's retirement, WrestleMania 40, NXT Women's Division, Hangman and Swerve, and Drew and Punk's feud. The only thing I don't agree with that is Hangman and Swerve.
No,
I don't. Nah, the Hangman and Swerve thing was all right until the cage match. I kind of really fell out of it.
I thought the build-up with Swerve and Hangman was great. Like, I thought Swerve was probably, for AEW, the wrestler of the year for the most part. Like, he probably had the biggest part, right? And I think, like, the burning down of his childhood home and that whole angle, was, I gotta be careful here. That was probably the best part of that feud until it got to the cage match. And then it they dropped the ball with that, with the ending of it, with the syringe and with every little thing they did with that. I wasn't a fan of it, but the buildup of it and what they did with Swerve, that was a great moment for AEW, I thought, this year.
Yeah. The syringe thing was too much for me. The cinder block was kind of dumb. It seems like Swerve fell right off. I mean, he started out the year hot, became the AEW World Champion, and then the whole feud with Hangman going to that unsanctioned cage match, and then he kind of just sort of fell off. I know they're trying to put over the Hurt Syndicate, but
right,
I don't know. I want to like him, and I want to like Hangman Adam Page, man, but it just Justin, he was coming in with that heat, man. Yeah, that's my little dude. But the returns this year went crazy, man. Punk, Wyatt Sucks, Randy, and I know I'm forgetting people.
Yeah, New York in the house, baby. New York here, New York.
Yeah, there was a lot of great returns this year. I think Kevin Owens' work that he's done the last couple months of the year has been really good. I wasn't on board with it at first.
Right.
But really his work as of late, and especially commandeering the Winged Eagle title and holding it hostage, for lack of a better word.
I wasn't too thrilled with Kevin Owens when we first got teased the whole Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes thing. I wasn't happy about it. But now I can say with what he's done with it and with the stealing of the Winged Eagle and everything, this I don't know if you're going to agree with me or not, but this is my favorite Kevin Owens that we've had in the WWE since he's got here. Since he's been in WWE the whole time, this is my favorite part of Kevin Owens right now.
Yeah.
My favorite side of him.
I can say probably when he first came from NXT up and challenged Cena and beat Cena way back in the day, but that was the same kind of malice that he has now. So I'm really digging it. I think heel Owens is the way to go. But I think he kind of fell off that whole buddy angle. Oh shit, Sam's on wrestling. Shout out, man. Yeah,
what up,
you guys
Sam's?
are awesome.
Yeah.
Sam and Sam, thanks very much. You guys are awesome. Mariah May heel turn has to be mentioned. One of the most vicious turns in recent memory, as well as Wembley Casino Gauntlet match, loudest noise of the year for Nigel. Oh yeah, Nigel McGuinness did make a return.
Yeah, a huge return for something that didn't really hit the way it was supposed to, right? But it was still a big deal. I'm sure still a great big deal for him and for Nigel McGuinness fans, and for Bryan Danielson, I'm sure it was a big deal too, right? And they built it up, but it didn't really get the pop I thought that it probably deserved in the end. As far as Mariah May, I felt that spot with the heel with Toni Storm when she turned heel literally and banged it all on her forehead and she was dripping blood. I thought that was one of my favorite moments also for AEW for the year, I think.
Yeah,
absolutely.
the real question is, Kombat Jones, would you let Mariah May heal you like that?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
There's a
Wouldn't
lot
be
of
my forehead, it'd be dripping down though.
There's a lot of great things. Like, think back, like we have recency. I have recency bias anyway. Like the stuff that's been going on recently, the Punk and Drew feud, that's the best feud of the year for me. Their Hell in a Cell match, quite possibly one of the best matches of the year for me. And I know a lot of people thought it was slow paced and methodical and stuff, but that's the way I thought it should have been, I guess. That wasn't supposed to be a balls to the wall. That was a grudge and a blood feud. So I really, really like the Hell in a Cell match. But like, think all the way back to the Royal Rumble, like what was happening in the Royal Rumble with Drew and Punk when Punk got hurt, and then Cody winning again. And then this time, well, not this time last year, but like February of last year, The Rock was slated to face Roman Reigns for the title at WrestleMania. Like, there's so much stuff that happened in this past year, and it's just wild that my memory only goes back like a month or two, because so much great things happen in pro wrestling.
Yeah, it's so crazy to think with the Royal Rumble, because we had Punk doing those promos coming out and being like, it's my time and I'm going to win it. And who knows what was scrapped. And then with Seth Rollins, Punk got hurt in the Rumble from Drew McIntyre, and that set that thing up perfectly. And did they pull the audible with Cody? Because The Rock had came out and they had that altercation, him and Roman, and then Cody kind of got the audience on his side, and they started that whole the Cody crybaby thing going into the last WrestleMania, right? So it's we got a lot of stuff out of nowhere this year, and it really was crazy. Man, this is so much to cover throughout the year. So much happened.
Let us know in the comments if you guys are Cody crybabies, because Kombat Jones is not a Cody crybaby. I have to say,
not right now. No.
If you look back into some of our episodes, like when we first started out and stuff, and shout out for all the love and support for this whole year. It's really been a lot of fun. Who y'all think's winning the Rumble this year? I'll hit that in a second, Trey.
Yeah.
So, Tony Atlas. So I met Tony Atlas, actually. He's a pretty cool dude. I got his autograph in my closet. So, boy, oh boy, what was I just talking about? Oh, so earlier in this year, we had an episode where Kombat Jones called out Cody Rhodes, and he said he wanted to see like a more vicious, like visceral, like aggressive Cody Rhodes, and not like the corporate whatever. And it's almost like he watches the show, because as soon as you called for it, there he was. And it's really great.
He brought it, and then he's kind of got a little cocky with it now.
Yeah,
he's kind of lost it a little bit. KO kind of put him back in check.
So what you're saying is you wanted me to be this cerebral assassin, and now you're not happy that I'm doing the things that you told me you wanted me to do.
Yeah, I'm backtracking a little bit on it, I guess. Yeah. You that's just what happens, though, when you turn on your friends and turn on everybody that's supposed to be cool with you,
So back to Trey. Who do you all think's winning the Rumble this year? You're crying at Cody's still a champion. Okay, so we'll start out with women's, then go to men's. Who do you think is going to win the women's Rumble this year, Kombat Jones?
The women's Royal Rumble winner, from what it doesn't even matter what I've won, because we've already read the scripts online. They've already been released, correct?
Whoa! Wrestling.
You haven't seen the leaks. You haven't seen. There's two now. There's two leaks of the winners and the runners up and who will be eliminated. They already have it all planned out. Stop it with that stuff, man. Stop it. You ain't got the answers.
These people online that just post like spoilers and like, oh, I heard this and my sources told me this. You all can go eat ass, because, and I'm sorry for my language, but it's going to happen today. But like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, like, okay, so part of me, if you love the business of pro wrestling, like you love the suspense, you love the prestige, the mystique behind it, like why sit there and do this shit? Like it just, I'm not on board with it at all. Sam's on Wrestling said The Rock and Rhea are winning the Rumbles. But anyway, back to you, Kombat Jones. So since you know the predictions, so we're going to have Kombat Jones Stradamus over here.
Oh,
who's going to win the Women's Royal Rumble?
Right. Who's going to win? Can I get 2 picks?
you read the script.
Yeah. Okay.
Come on, man.
Either Becky or Charlotte.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I could see Becky winning. That'd be cool. That'd be really cool to see Becky Lynch win. I
really don't want them to win, though. That's not who I want to win.
Yeah. I'd like to see a Becky Rhea rematch at WrestleMania. I wouldn't mind. You know, it all depends on the cash in. I can see Tiffany Stratton like failing to cash in the Money in the Bank, but then winning the Rumble.
I like that. Yeah.
Kind of having her second chance.
Yep.
Man, women's is tough right now because there's not a lot of standout women's wrestlers right now.
Yeah, there's 2 scripts online. I read 2 different ones. I don't know what's they must be updating them because people seen it, so they put out a new one. I'm sure there'll be another one out in in a few days. Yeah, Io Sky.
I could see like because this is a true competitive sport. I don't see how there's like leaks of what's going to happen. Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know, man. For
I like
women's.
The Tiffany thing, I think it makes sense. I think Rhea does make sense also, so it puts her in that main event picture.
Ooh, I'm gonna go bold here and say returning Asuka is going to win the Women's Royal Rumble.
Okay.
Drop the bomb on them.
Because like we would assume Becky's coming back for the Netflix episode. Mm-hmm. The way that they're kind of showing it, which I have a script for all these million things that they say it's going to happen on Netflix too. And then Charlotte debuts at the Royal Rumble, but will she actually win it? I don't know. I feel like whoever throws her out is going to be her feud going forward. Could be like a Jade. Could we get like Jade versus Charlotte at WrestleMania? Or are they going to reserve that for Jade and Bianca?
Yeah,
because that's what we need, Jade and Bianca at the Rumble or at WrestleMania, right? And then we got to think about like whoever isn't winning the Royal Rumble, we're gonna get the opposite of, and they're gonna be at the Elimination Chamber, right? Mm-hmm. So,
yeah, the women's is really wide open. I think the men's. There was something I was thinking about the other day too. Chelsea Green, get out of here with that. Trey says Rhea gonna lose to Liv and then win the Rumble. Just to keep it going.
I mean, it's possible. Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. Liv still might win. My girl might pull it out still. I don't know. What a year for Liv Morgan. Am I wrong, people? Like, Liv Morgan, like, you want to talk about, like, female wrestler of the year, or, like, who had the best year in WWE? Like, you can be biased. You can hate all you want. You could be mad at the mean girl, at the pretty girl, all you want, because she took Rhea's man. But there's no way you can't say it's Liv. Liv been the champion pretty much the whole time. She's been holding it down. She's been dominant. She's been hitting the promos. She's had all the attention, pissing everybody off. Like, and I still got that hotel room key, baby.
Ooh.
I still got the hotel room key. Yeah.
Do you slide that in her butt crack? Like to...
Yeah.
Yeah, for men's, Zeus says, I really hope Drew wins the men's. I could see that. Man. I don't know. For the men's, see, that all depends on what happens. If you guys like listened to me or heard some online scuttlebutt, I really think that Drew is doing the bidding for the final boss, The Rock, right now, because he came back and he said that next to no one checked in on him, but one person or a couple people checked in on him, and then he comes back and he's going after the Bloodline. So I really think that The Rock is the one that checked in on him. I really think that he's doing the bidding for The Rock, taking out the Bloodline systematically. So Drew winning the Rumble would be cool, because then he could go challenge Cody, because The Rock is also Cody's enemy. You know what I mean? So, but if Drew won, I couldn't see him losing or winning against Cody at the WrestleMania.
Right. Yeah. Well, a lot plays into the politics of the whole Netflix thing of who's going to be on SmackDown and who's going to be on Raw, and where those championships are going to end up, and who's going to be challenging for them, because we're getting a lot of word in the dirt sheets that WWE is pushing Drew McIntyre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Drew definitely working with The Rock. Yeah, that's crazy. I said it. I've been telling people on TikTok, Jestradamus predicted it. That's why the short has gone viral of you talking about it, because
thank you.
Yeah, because that's what it is. Yeah.
So there's a lot of unknowns here. So you and I both agree that they're trying to get to Rollins versus Punk at WrestleMania, because that's what they wanted last year. In that case, I think that Rollins wouldn't win the Rumble. I don't think Rollins. They'd have to get the title off Gunther somehow. I think that would be the Elimination Chamber would be the easiest way to do that.
Right.
But man, Gunther's just so good right now.
Yeah, he's dominant. Nobody can stop him. It's going to take a hell of a lot to take him down.
Man. But so I was thinking.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, you go.
So I was thinking that they were going to go the direction of, this is something I was thinking of the other day in the shower. Pause. So the Drew is doing the bidding for The Rock, right? So he's going to come back and cost Roman at the Netflix debut. So it's going to set up. So they're going to set up Drew versus Roman at WrestleMania. This is what I was thinking, right?
Okay. Yep.
So then that's going to open up Randy Orton to return and challenge Cody at WrestleMania, and have Randy and Cody at WrestleMania.
Okay.
I think that Cody's just too goody two shoes with Randy Orton right now, so Randy Orton's going to come back and stab him in the back or whatever. But as far as the world heavyweight title goes, I can't really think of anything. I just can't really think of anything. But right now, if I had to say anybody, I would say if I had to say anybody right now, I would probably say either Drew or
The Rock. They don't know if he's doing Mania or not. Yeah, who knows? If Rock gonna come back, he got to come back full time. I would assume he's showing up. He's got the unfinished business with Cody. We seen what he handed him. I've been saying it the whole time that, The Rock handed to Cody Mama Rhodes panties. Yeah, that's what it was the whole time. The Rock handed Mama Rhodes panties to Cody, and nothing else need to be said. He put him in check there.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you think The Rock is the final boss for Cody Rhodes' mama?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Like,
Lay the smack it down. Yeah. The people's elbow.
Mama Rhodes gets rock bottomed out.
Oh, yeah. Definitely. Well, to speak on even that, what a moment that was going up to, well, technically was that year before? I don't know. When The Rock left Cody bleeding out in the rain. No, that happened this year still.
That happened this year.
That happened after
so much
the Rumble.
happened, man.
Yeah. That was a great moment. Mama Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, and the final boss. Beat him out in the rain, threw him up against the tour bus. We almost thought he was throwing him off like the balcony that was outside the arena. What a moment that was. Crazy. Yeah. And like people saying on here, we got John Cena coming back. John Cena wants to win the Royal Rumble. John Cena wants to win the Elimination Chamber.
What would John Cena's final WrestleMania match be?
Should have Cody Rhodes' mama is cringe. Yeah. Mama Rhodes, I got
Mama
your
Rhodes.
panties. Mama Rhodes. Yeah.
Kombat Jones wants to sniff Mama Rhodes' panties. He hasn't shut up about them.
I don't got enough money to buy them on eBay. They're out of my price range. The Rock's the final boss has got them. He's selling them very high. Yeah, that's what he carries around. Yep.
The wife of a plumber.
Yep.
Yeah. So who do you think John Cena's final WrestleMania match should be against? Maybe Randy Orton. Maybe my shit's off, but let us know what you guys think John Cena's final match should be.
Yeah, I want CM Punk for the championship. We got to shout out even crazy moment that happened this year with the bracelets, even, right? Because the bracelets and Victoria was just that one of that made us the bracelets, the special CM Punk bracelets that were made by Victoria were made for us. You gave an amazing gift and reached out to her, and we have one of the few left that are only left in the world that were broken, and she was at the event and got more love from CM Punk at the house show. Yeah
If people don't know, the whole bracelet, that's my buddy right there. Caleb, shout out to your nuts, man. Hope they're doing okay. He had an unfortunate snipping accident, and just want to make sure you're doing okay, man. Hopefully they're not the size of grapefruits anymore. But yeah, so if people don't know, the bracelet angle that had been used in wrestling this year, this fan Victoria made the bracelet for CM Punk that was used in the storyline. The same girl that made the bracelet for CM Punk made us custom made bracelets for the Ringside Renaissance this year. Mine's actually in my car. I brought it to work to show somebody and forgot it in my car. So a wild danger ginger has a
yeah. But for CM Punk, for the rest of, for who I want to win everything, CM Punk, I want him to win the Royal Rumble. Then he's winning the Elimination Chamber. He's beating everybody, and he's winning all the titles, baby. That's what's gonna happen. That's my predictions. That's what I want.
Oh man. John Cena's gonna win it all. Cena's story should be the chase for 17 beats old foes to see if he can still beat them, and new guys can still hang. Big losses on the way, like Mania. Gunther would be great, but no Orton. Ooh, Sam's, that's interesting. You don't think Orton should be at least one of John Cena's final matches? I mean, they came up in the business together. That's
right.
Boy, that's a tough look.
Yeah.
If Orton doesn't at least, I think his final match should be against Orton. To be honest with you, I think that both of them should have their retirement match against each other. Yeah,
if that's what they're going to do, it makes sense. There's so much up in the air. It's great with Netflix and everything. What a hell of a year for Jey Uso, too. Yeah. Jey Uso was on fire this year. It was the year of the yeet.
You had Kombat Jones yeeting all over his apartment.
Yes. Yeah.
He was shooting ropes everywhere.
Yep.
The neighbors had to call. There was something seeping in through the floorboards.
Yep. Ropes were shot. The blinds weren't closed enough. Things were getting splattered. Yeah.
Did you do it on the championship belt like Paige?
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's how I took my Christmas photos this year. They're still in the mail. Just wearing the belt. Yeah.
Oh man. It
was the little AEW belt too.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, we haven't talked very much about
Yeet.
AEW this year. This think about it this way. This this year had the unveiling of the All-In footage that the Young
Woo!
Bucks showed. Like, we didn't even talk about that at all. Like,
Right. Yeah.
You know, CM Punk went on Ariel Helwani's show and was talking about everything that happened at All In, the backstage brawl or whatever, and explained the whole thing. So then AEW took it upon themselves to release the closed circuit footage
Right.
of what happened backstage, and it happened almost point for point what CM Punk said happened. And
yeah, it was crazy.
Oh, you got some spin drift over there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got press conference vibes going.
Do you work with children?
I work with children. Yeah. And they share bank accounts with their mothers. Yeah. It's just ridiculous. But the footage was amazing. What an episode that was, AEW. Everybody was tuned in. The most that have been tuned in for so long and so crazy. And they got their spike in ratings for a one episode to go on and do nothing. Just to go and show and prove what CM Punk said, that he was not a liar, that it matched up correctly, exactly with the interview he gave on Ariel Helwani's interview. It was great. I enjoyed that episode of AEW. Good job, Young Bucks. Good job, Tony Khan. Really played that out perfectly.
And the ratings have not recovered since then. It's kind of funny how that all worked out.
You chose the right side, Tony Khan. It's really shown. It's really shown. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Did you see the new I don't know if it's true or not, but the new thing that supposedly came out that hey Bubba, what's up?
Yeah.
Did you see the new thing that came out? Okay, it's okay. It's all right, Bubba. You're with me.
We got another Cody crybaby in here.
Oh, are you a Cody crybaby? Yeah.
Yeah.
You like Cody Rhodes?
Yeah. Kevin Owens, baby. Let's go, Kevin.
Oh,
Kevin was right.
You want to go get your Cody
Kevin.
Rhodes and show everybody
Let's
your Cody
go,
Rhodes?
Kevin.
But yeah,
Let's go, Kevin. Let's go, Kevin.
Do you like Kevin Owens?
Let's go, Kevin.
Oh, no. It's okay, Bubba. But yeah, so I'll be Eli as soon as I'm done. I promise you. I'll be Eli as soon as I'm done. In the game, not in real life. Yeah, you go tell him. You go tell him. Yeah. Did you see the recent thing? I don't know. There was a report I saw online about how supposedly the Young Bucks came out and said that they didn't try their hardest. Like, they didn't try their hardest or something. Like, they only half-assed their matches this year or something like that.
Oh, yeah, I seen that they did it all
came
on
out
purpose.
And said that, you know?
Yeah, they did it on purpose. Really, Andrew? What? What did I do? What did I do wrong? You're gonna... I'm the bad guy now, too, like Kevin Owens? Like I did something wrong? I think you're delusional. I don't know what you're talking about, Zardina.
Yeah, this is the whole problem with this. Slow down. This is the whole problem with this is that people have delusions of grandeur, just like Kombat Jones sitting here thinking that Kevin Owens isn't a complete snake in the grass and that he didn't have this planned out the whole time. He was vying for that title and he was not a true friend. And I'm frankly sick of it.
Kevin Owens is living his best life and Cody Rhodes is just trying to prevent that and hating on him.
Mm-hmm.
Cody Rhodes is just turning into a snake now and becoming snarky and cocky, and I've had it with him at this point. I stand with Kevin, and Kevin is right.
Can I ask you a question at this point? If you were the WWE undisputed World Heavyweight Champion of the world, and if you are a big World WWF champion, the biggest champion in wrestling history, don't you think you'd be a little bit arrogant? You're carrying around Cody Rhodes. That's right. See, I do the voice and he knows who I'm talking about. Don't you think that he's carrying around the 15 pounds of gold? Don't you think that you'd become a little bit arrogant? Don't you think you become a little bit, you're the top of the mountain. When you're at the top of the mountain, you can only look down. So I don't know what to tell you.
He didn't beat Cody, but Cody didn't beat him either. That was an illegal pin from that ref.
Oh my God, here we go.
That ref, that's not in the rules.
Charles Robinson's too old to get in the ring.
He didn't do it to himself.
He
Cody
did it to
Rhodes.
himself. That's right, Ginger.
Cody Rhodes turned on everybody that helped him out. I already covered this. They all helped him win the championship, and he's been ungrateful ever since. Turned on Randy Orton, didn't help Randy Orton. Went and sided with Roman Reigns. At this point, I think KO and Drew McIntyre should probably, exactly. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
You all wanted Cody to win. Remember back at WrestleMania, all you all were on Cody Rhodes' meat stick, wanting him to win. Now all of a sudden he's the champion, and you guys are all jealous. This is all this is about, man. They hate him because they ain't him, man. That's just how this is. Just to let everybody know too, this is just water he's slugging down. I'm not trying to.
Cody finished his story, but then there was no story after that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, come on, bro. There's plenty of story. The story is now that he has to slay the dragon. That he has to slay the dragon. That is Kevin Owens. I see you, Bubba. Shout out to my my friend Caleb in the comments. He is the flag bearer of Aspire Tokens. If you guys don't know, we are not affiliated with Aspire Tokens, but if you are into cryptocurrency, go check that out at Aspire Tokens on.
Hook me up. Put me on. KO brought in the chair. KO moved and let Cody hit. Yeah. Kevin Owens was not going to use that chair on Cody.
What?
No, he just brought it in just for safekeeping,
just to take a break.
in case he had to take a break and sit down. He did not use that chair. Cody Rhodes used that chair on Kevin Owens, and that was wrong. And that was wrong of that ref, and that's a veteran ref, nonetheless, to know he can't be outside the ring making that 3 count with his feet outside the ring.
I don't know about you, bro. Like, I think that it sounds to me like you're just making a bunch of excuses. It sounds like you've made excuses for your dong only being 4 inches or something. You're just trying to
yeah.
That's what this sounds like. That's what it sounds like at the end of the day, Kombat Jones. I'm just saying. I've never seen it, but I'm just
you can check the receipts. Yeah.
The CVS receipts.
Look at my OnlyFans links.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's going to be a ladder match, Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. That's going to deliver.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Can I have the number for your weed guy? I'm sorry. We don't do that.
We don't do that.
Sorry about that. Oh, no.
You trying to say I'm delusional? I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I don't know. But at the end of the day, like I said, I mean, hi, girls. You're going to have mom go clean you off, pal. But yeah, so I don't know, man. It's just go. You got to go get pajamas on, bro. But at the end of the day, there's going to be a ladder match. Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens. Both titles are going to be strapped 15 feet high above the ring. The only way to get to it is with a ladder. And Cody Rhodes said, I don't want a referee to have to stop what I'm going to do to you. I was thinking about thumbs and buttholes, but I don't think that's really going to happen. We're still kind of PG, even though we're on Netflix. So, man, why does Kevin Owens always have a title match at the Rumble?
I don't know.
He's a reliable talent, probably. Historically, the title doesn't really change hands at the Rumble very often, if at all.
Right.
And he's a reliable person to put on a good match that's entertaining, but at the same time, he doesn't have to win. So that's probably the point for it.
Yeah, enough of Cody and Kevin. I'm over this Cody Rhodes thing for now. But what about another huge moment this year? It seemed like it was the year of him. Say his name and he appears.
Ooh.
I believe.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry, baby. Yeah. Wave your Joe Hendry.
Oh, man.
Burst on the scene. I had never heard of him before. It was crazy. He made his name in TNA, right? And he was killing it there. And he got the call up to NXT, and he came up and showed up to NXT and doing his thing. And that's one of my predictions for the Royal Rumble, is that Joe Hendry shows up at the Royal Rumble. But what a year for that. What a moment of the year for that. Got to give him respect there, building his name. His stock went up.
Shout out to the Sam's on Wrestling podcast. They had an episode came out earlier today, and they had what were your bold predictions for surprise entrance in the Royal Rumble. And actually, Joe Hendry was brought up.
Okay, we're on the same page, or we're reading the same script. Yeah.
I would say Pat McAfee, just because they're in Indianapolis. I know his entrance into the Rumble last year was kind of thwarted, but you got to remember that I think that spot in the Rumble last year was meant for Brock Lesnar, and then Vince McMahon went and shit on someone's head, and it really kind of turned things sideways with all of that.
Oh yeah, they did kind of tease Joe Hendry on the first Raw on Netflix on NXT the other night, because they had a little thing with him, and then the next thing they cut to was Raw Netflix. So yeah, so I could see that. Yep. I believe in Joe Hendry. Yeah.
Does anybody believe in the Wyatt Sucks here? Because
the
Wyatt Sucks.
What a year for the Wyatt Six.
We talk about like returns like earlier, and one of the most fumbled returns, I think, is the Wyatt Sucks. I think this whole thing has just been a complete train wreck. that was more scary than the Wyatt Sucks.
Right. Yeah.
The whole thing, all of the stupid QR codes that came, like they're supposed to be this like scary supernatural force, but they hack your screen and put a QR code up. If you guys have followed our show, the Wyatt Sucks has infiltrated our show multiple times. It just, there is nothing about that I find redeeming in any way. I think that a lot of people still are trying to hold on to hope that, and if Howdy's in the chat, I'm sure he'll let everybody know.
Right.
The Wyatt Sucks. That's right.
Yeah.
So, hey, thanks for stopping by, Danger Ginger. So, I think that a lot of this got fumbled, and I think that just it's not very good. We have talked about in the past plenty of times that if Bo Dallas came back just as himself, or just even Taylor Rotunda, and just kind of his whole story was him struggling with his brother's death and not being able to accept it and kind of going crazy and everything. I don't think they need all this spooky smoke machines and ridiculous masks and everything else that's involved with it. I think it's just too much, and I think it's starting to show through, and for the most parts, I think fans are starting to see through it.
Do you think, everybody out there, I want to know your question, because we know like Raw is on Netflix, SmackDown going to be back is back on USA, and they had a conversation. They're in the boardroom, they're at the table, they're like, we want this guy, we want Punk, we want Roman on this show. Do you think at any point the Wyatt Six were on the table and we're like, we need the Wyatt Six on Netflix on Raw, we have to have them, they have to be part of the deal,
have to have it?
Nah, they going to SmackDown, they getting 3-hour treatment, because that just is what it is, in my opinion. That's what I think. Do you think they're going to stay on Raw on Netflix?
Yeah, they're supposed to have a match on the debut, right?
Oh, that's true. Yeah, but
yeah.
Oh man, rough.
Great debut, but why Chad Gable, and with a super group, they either have to main event or lose to other groups. The booking has done them. Yeah, well, This is what we have talked about before. Yeah. Like Chad Gable and the American Made feuded with the Wyatt Sucks, and then the Wyatt Sucks beat them. And the American Made is still featured every week like nothing happened. American Made, I'm sorry, is featured like nothing happened. And the Wyatt Sucks fell into obscurity until this whole feud with the Final Testament, which they're losing this feud. Like, it just doesn't make a sense.
Right.
I'm glad someone bought their apparel, because I didn't. I'm just...
Yeah, I don't blame you for buying the shirt though. The shirt was cool. Like I get it with the group coming back. Like I like the mysterious things they did leading up to coming back. Like everybody didn't know what was happening. It caused a huge buzz. Like we had went to the SmackDown show that was in Albany before they came back, and they had the lights off like in between segments on commercial break, and they played the song like they did before Bray had came back that final time. So there was a big buzz leading to it, and it just we just feel like it hasn't delivered. Some people have loved it, and the shirt's cool. It's good nostalgia. It's good respect and to Bray and what they did with the documentary too that came out right before WrestleMania and all that. So it's beautiful what they've done for Bray Wyatt with it, but I feel like they've kind of wrote themselves into the corner with the group as far as going forward and what they can really achieve and what their peak can really be. And that's it with the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, I think that's probably the most fumbled faction of 2024, along with the Elite. When the Elite in AEW came about, and I'm talking about like the Young Bucks, Okada, and Jack Perry, that whole thing was just a hot, steamy pile of dog shit. And like, oh wait, they did well in their moments. WWE in 2024 was all the early stuff. I like spooky wrestle bullocks going nowhere. Yeah, but that's the story of Bray Wyatt, right? His story was just, and nothing against Bray Wyatt. Like we love the competitor and the person Bray Wyatt, but like his storyline was just a lot of riddled nonsense that just continued to lead nowhere. I mean,
especially at the end. Yeah, we weren't really sure where it was going, and they never really had said either. I mean, we've got speculation of this is what he wanted and blah 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 blah, but nobody really knows, right?
And like we love pro wrestling, right? So, and I want to get back to AEW afterwards because I think we split over a little bit, but we love pro wrestling, right? We watch a lot of pro wrestling. We spend a lot of time talking about it. This is actually, for people that don't know, Kombat Jones and I have been friends almost our whole lives. And our friendship actually started around like pro wrestling. Like we'd watch pro wrestling. We'd go to each other's houses for pay-per-views.
We've known each other since we've been like 4 or 5 years old.
Yeah, it's
like no exaggeration.
And we've always watched pro wrestling together. So and then I moved away and we lost touch, but then we started talking again, and it was over like our love of pro wrestling. And I've told him about AEW starting out, and like we followed like literal since day one. So we've watched a whole lot of pro wrestling, but the thing I don't know where I was really going with that, but I keep reading the chat and I
with AEW.
So with AEW, it's like with the Elite thing that's going on, right?
Yeah.
We've watched AEW since day one, and the original Double or Nothing, and I've wanted to be a supporter. We've bought merchandise. You've gone to events. We've bought the pay-per-views, and it's just like, oh my God. Like we said, the CM Punk moment, it started going downhill, I think personally for me, when Cody Rhodes left. As any group, 3 or more in AEW actually had a good 2024. So, oh shit, KB Kicks is in the house, bro.
What up, KB?
But so the whole Elite angle was just stupid. It was just a waste. And
I'm pointing to the kicks, baby. Yeah.
And then they kind of fumbled that. Then they kind of like rebutted that and repackaged it and tried to do the whole Jon Moxley. Like this whole thing Jon Moxley's been doing has just been not good. And I'm just not.
This hasn't been the year for Jon Moxley. Yeah, hasn't been the year for a lot of them. And the thing is with the Elite, when they had that whole chance they lost CM Punk, right? They fired him, whatnot, and all that, and they kind of dropped the ball with what they did. Yes, they made Jack Perry somewhat of a star from it, but it didn't last. And how big of a star really is he? And then we had this whole situation when we had the Elite and Jack Perry, and we had Tony Khan in the ring, and they left him in a neck brace, right? And then nothing came of it. It wasn't even mentioned, or there was no more story with Tony Khan leading after that, and it just made no sense. It was stupid. They fumbled and playing the videotape. They went nowhere with it at all.
Yeah, and I think the whole thing with Moxley is just kind of everything he's been doing. Like, if Tony Khan's still in charge, why wouldn't he just suspend him? Hey, fun fact, my son played with Bray Wyatt's children last weekend. He's from the same town as we moved to. He was at a friend's and JoJo let them all play. It was cool as shit. That's awesome, man. Shout out.
That's cool. Awesome.
That's real cool. Actually, a little known fact is Kombat Jones might be related to a former wrestler personality.
Yes.
Lou Albano. Captain Lou Albano? Is that who it was?
Yes, allegedly, yes. From Westchester, Tarrytown area, Sleepy Hollow, Carmel. Yep, downstate New York. Yes. Through some family. Allegedly. That's what I was told when I was younger. Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I had some sort of cool story like that. I got drunk with Jimmy Superfly Snuka. That's pretty much it. It's my claim to fame. But yeah, so yeah, the whole AEW thing just seemed fumbled to me. I think they should have just let hell yeah.
Pittsburgh. Okay. Black and yellow.
I thought it said I'm from Plattsburgh. I was like, oh, shit.
I was like, oh, shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry about Russell Wilson. He started out okay. So, and Sidney Crosby. But, like the whole, Swerve Strickland, I think, should have held the title for a longer time. I understand wanting to put the title on Bryan Danielson to kind of have his last little bit, but I don't think Swerve's recovered from that. The Bryan Danielson thing didn't make sense. Everything at AEW right now, like we've talked about it in past shows, like look at the champions. Like, what relevancy do they have? Like, Private Party won the championships. They've just been doing kind of goofy segments on Collision ever since then.
Right.
The TNT champion, Daniel Garcia.
Right.
What's he been doing? Takeshita had a match with Powerhouse Will Hobbs at World's End, which was probably my favorite match of the night because I like both the talents, but the International Championship don't mean shit. They had this whole Continental Classic tournament for the Continental Championship just for Okada to win it and retain the whole thing. Like, so that whole tournament that they spent weeks and weeks and weeks on TV having, and everybody's like, oh, what? It doesn't matter. They're banger matches. Well, if the championships don't matter, why even have championships? Just have banger matches. Like, it doesn't make sense. And then Kenny Omega returned.
Yeah, for the return of Kenny Omega. That's what they did it for, I guess. You know, for him and Okada to have this heated up revival, renaissance of their rivalry. You know?
Yeah. But why would Kenny Omega return to AEW and challenge for the most meaningless title in the company? Yeah.
It's crazy Will Ospreay made it that far, you know, because he had that amazing match I thought was great against Darby Allin, but it went nowhere. Then he had that crazy match against Kyle Fletcher the same night on World's End. Beat that boy down. He was bleeding buckets. Will Ospreay was bleeding. Then he only just to come out and lose to Okada.
What did you think about like the bulldog headbutts they were doing to each other? That seemed like a weird kind of like just like a sub page of like a X videos like fetish thing. I was watching it and I was like, what are we even looking at right now? Like, do some people Google that and try to shoot ropes with it? I don't know. Really excited about it.
MJF too this year for him. Of course, he had lost the championship last year at World's End, I believe, to Samoa Joe, right? Yeah. So he's had a year that has been very, very not subpar easily. Like, he's had a few moments. We were so happy for him to come back, and it's just turned into nothing. I was happy he beat Adam Cole and he kicked him in the nuts. But
his return,
the story is just stupid.
Like his return, I was so like, was that Double or Nothing? And I was so pumped for it. I was literally like running around my living room. I was pumped up for it.
Yeah.
But like it just seemed fumbled ever since then. And then he beats Adam Cole. And then afterwards, Adam Cole reunites with Kyle O'Reilly and Roderick Strong at World's End, and they all give each other a big hug. And the crowd's booing them and cheering for MJF. Like,
right.
this is how ass backwards AEW is. Like,
the story, it's long-term storytelling. You just don't like it, and then then they get the Ricochet. Oh, Lord have mercy. My favorite moment of the night. Swerve coming out with Prince Nana with a little wheelbarrow, or what did he have? A little wheelbarrow, a little something.
Yeah. Something like that. Yeah.
And the full of toilet paper for the crowd to throw at Ricochet.
Mm-hmm.
And
I think they think that, like, Ricochet is getting, this is great heat for Ricochet. People throwing toilet paper at him. Like,
he is getting a lot of heat, and maybe it is part of this whole thing. Maybe it is planned. Maybe he is going online and going in these interviews and being like, I made AEW and I'm responsible for it. And then he's going online and talking back to all the people in the comments to build heat. Maybe it's planned. I don't know. If it is, good job, I guess. But something tells me it's not, and he just can't help himself.
Not the right kind of heat, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at the end of World's End here, and because Dynamite's coming up here, AEW for me is a million miles an hour. Nothing breathes. I just already had a match for this week versus Mox, the 6-man. Yeah, that's exactly what I was just about to talk about. So World's End ended, and we had a whole lot of stuff we could have still covered, but Dynamite's coming up here in a few minutes, like Sam was just talking about, and so we have a 6-man tag match tonight. We have rated FTR, Adam Copeland and FTR against the Death Riders, Jon Moxley. I think it's Claudio and Wheeler, or Pac and Yuta. I can't remember. But, okay, so you look at it. 5 out of those 6 guys were originally WWE guys. You can say 4 because Moxley started with AEW, like when AEW started. So you could say he's an AEW guy.
Right.
But wasn't the Death Riders' whole storyline and their whole thing was, we're going to reset AEW and bring it back to when it was good? But then they had, for like 3 weeks, they had all the AEW originals waiting for the Death Riders out in the parking lot and everything. Why don't they just don't care anymore? Like, they don't try to stop the Death Riders now. Like, and now it's like a bunch of guys. Adam Copeland joined AEW a year ago, was there for 3 months and got hurt. Like, so, and he's going to be the savior of AEW? Like,
apparently. And so I'm guessing he's going to come back and take the title then. He's got to be the next one. We were thinking it was maybe Darby or something, but if Adam Copeland is coming back and he's part of that whole thing and they're bringing him back last at the end of the show like that, that'd be my prediction. He's next. He's going to take it from Moxley.
Man.
Put it on the biggest star they got.
Man, that's a tough look. That's a tough look. But we shall see. I hope for good things for AEW come up in 2025. I want to watch them. But a lot of times watching AEW, I sit there and stare at the clock like, when is this going to be over? Instead of like enjoying what's happening in the ring. I'm not even going to touch on Mercedes Moné and how absolute garbage she's been this year. And I argue with people online all the time about, she says she's the best women's wrestler, and I'm sorry, but you're wrong. If that's what you think, you're wrong. I'm not gonna keep trying to spout that.
Oh yeah, that's a great point right there. Yeah, to have Edge win with Jon Moxley, and then it kind of brings Christian part of the equation with the clipboard. Money in the Bank. Yeah.
So you have a revitalized feud between Edge and Christian that started back in WWF back in 20 years ago. Like,
no, we thought they already settled too in AEW.
Right.
Like, we've already had all this go. Yeah.
I
crazy. Yeah. AEW though, it's just, whatever. We hope for a good year for it. We hope the stories get better, We hope they build some stars. Darby Allin had a rough year. He took some crazy bumps this year. He had that moment where he was hit by a bus or jumped in front of a bus in New York City. Yep. What a moment that was. What a great moment for AEW that was, and then he went to the Broadway show afterwards and took pictures of it. Yeah. Couldn't
I didn't
catch
even
the
think
bus.
about that because
Yeah.
after that is when supposedly Jack Perry hit him with the bus during the Anarchy in the Arena match. So
Yeah,
maybe that was an homage to him getting hit by the bus in New York City. I never put those two pieces together until you just brought it up.
Yeah, that's true. And then what's his name brought it up earlier? Sting's retirement. That was a huge deal for AEW. He had his sons out there in the old Sting attire helping out, and of course, Darby stole the show with that match going through the panes of glass, which was
Cry me a river.
Yeah, cry me a river, which was a crazy moment. Yeah, cry me a river. Yeah, the scapegoat in his bus. Yep. What a year it was for AEW with all the craziness, but.
What a year for pro wrestling, man. I can't wait to see what's happening. Obviously, for me anyway, WWE is like the hot company right now. That's where everything's kind of like the pieces are moving and the storylines are just hitting for me. I really hope AEW has a resurgence. TNA has been having a resurgence as of late.
Right.
They've been having more pay-per-view buys. They've been having bigger venues that they've been performing at, selling out those venues.
Yeah.
But man, oh man, Revolution pay-per-view of the year. So AEW, when they get it right, are brilliant.
Yeah. Their pay-per-views are usually on par. Like they sell out or they're full arenas and they put on a good show. The good thing about AEW is that there is more time in between the pay-per-views.
Yeah.
So you do get the better matches and the better matchups a lot of the times, but it's just the problem is with building the story in between them. They have so much time to screw that up. But I generally think the pay-per-views are pretty good for the most part.
Yeah,
compared to like the weekly shows.
Yeah, because the people that are clamoring about AEW and their match quality and stuff, pay-per-views are usually the matches. There's no stories. There's no like,
payoff.
The payoff, exactly. The payoffs that of the stories. But the problem is that I have a hard time being invested in the matches on the pay-per-view because the stories just haven't been hitting. Like Takeshita against Will Hobbs, like
random.
That could have been that's just to have them on the pay-per-view when they could have built that to be like even a bigger match than it was. So
yeah, they had some good moments. So for some of their pay-per-views, they had some great matches. But the main event of World's End, I just wasn't feeling it. I wasn't having it.
Agreed.
I didn't like it. And I thought to move on from AEW a little bit, NXT was crazy this year. Like we said it enough. Like they got some real rising stars in NXT. Some that have came over, like Carmelo Hayes, stuff like that. They're on fire. They moved to the CW. They had some real breakout shows. They've their PLEs have been pretty damn great. And they put over some big talent, and they've had some big people come through. And once those people make their way to the main roster, it's going to be crazy because they have a roster right now. NXT is back to that spot where it's like they're just on. They got all the talent.
Yeah. Do you think there'd be a couple like main roster talents that could benefit from going to NXT? Like not only put over the younger stars, but like kind of just revitalize what they're doing right now.
Yeah, why not?
Oh, and we never even touched on this yet.
Right.
Pentagon Jr. going to be making his debut at Netflix. A lot of people are thinking because of Rey Mysterio having this feud with the New Day that Pentagon's going to come in and be Rey Mysterio's partner until Rey Fenix can come in.
Okay, I like that. Yeah, I am very interested and curious to see where they're going with the presentation of whatever his name's even going to be called. I don't know. Yeah, right.
Five side, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but you think about it, like Rey Mysterio's been having these kind of like quarrels with New Day at Backstage, and the New Day said to him, "Who's going to be your partner? Is it going to be a knockoff Rey Mysterio? Is it going to be this guy? Is it going to be that guy?" And Pentagon Jr. is slated to debut at Netflix. So, man.
Yeah, the New Day turning heel is crazy. And that's what it leads me to think about is where they're going with that. Who are they going to beef with? Because they had kind of came out with Jey Uso at last week or whatever, and well, he interrupted them, but so I was wondering maybe we'd get the Usos back against the New Day. Even for a second, I was like, huh, this could be interesting. But yeah, that they've been having run-ins with Rey Mysterio, so
yeah,
let's see.
Know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going to happen with. I think a lot got messed up. I think a lot got messed up when people got hurt in the War Games match. I think it messed a lot of storylines up. Penta debuts, they'll beat the New Day, and that'll hugely hurt the New Day. Yeah. I don't think there's really much that's going to happen with the heel New Day. Is there anything to prevent further decline of storytelling quality AEW has? Yeah, have Tony Khan relinquish the booking.
Yeah.
If Tony Khan stops booking, I think it'll be a lot better. Or just stop letting the talent
Chris Jericho
have all the say in their storylines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So like, well, you and I had talked about this off camera, and like they have this Seth Rollins CM Punk match coming up. Like, who knows what's going to happen with it? And I said, I think the original intention was to have Bronson Reed return and beat both of them up because he's had beef with both of them, cause a double disqualification. So we lead for the clean finish. We leave that for WrestleMania. But because Bronson Reed snap both his ankles, shout out Carson Wentz, he just is what it is. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what's going to happen with Netflix. I'm not excited that everything's going to be 3 hours now. Like, that's a lot of when they're hot, it's nice, but when it's just this kind of filler episodes, 3 hours is a long time with filler.
Yeah, it is. I don't know. I'm confused of if it's 3 hours for Netflix or 2 or what. I don't know. They got so much packed in there though. What's supposed to happen? Like, just to read off the list, it's crazy. I don't see how they're gonna do all this. CM Punk, Seth Rollins, Solo versus Roman, Liv versus Rhea. John Cena comes back. The Rock comes back. Logan Paul returns. Becky Lynch returns. Charlotte Flair returns. Travis Scott performance.
Remember
Triple H coming out, maybe like
Triple H gave Travis Scott that hardcore title. Remember?
Yes.
At the concert, yeah.
Yeah, new Raw. We got the new Raw logo on stage. You're saying, Penta debuting, the Wyatt Sucks. They got a segment or a match, and then Alexa Bliss. People are talking about. Then who knows? We could get some guest appearances by other legends. Like, is Stone Cold going to show up? Like Undertaker. What about this Goldberg, Brock Lesnar stuff? Gunther, I don't know. Yeah, Drew versus Jay. Yeah, exactly. Drew versus Jay. That's another match he got. And then we got to hear from Cody Rhodes too, right? And whoever else. So that's a packed show. It's going to be crazy. How are they going to fit it all like that?
I don't know, man.
That's what she said.
Yeah, I was going to say, if I had a nickel for every time I heard that.
Yeah. Oh, but so I got to get to it. Damn. Leading up to this last Raw was crazy, right? Because we had Christmas. So we had the holiday tour, which was insane. The holiday tour shows, they were all sellouts.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on a second. Somebody's knocking at the door. Just give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold on a second.
Oh, shit. Yeah, so like Kombat Jones was saying, these holiday tour shows were all insane. They were really packed houses. They actually went against AEW World's End, like in a close by location, and I believe drew bigger numbers for a house show than the AEW pay-per-view did. A lot of great things happened. A lot of crowd interaction. If you know, like house shows and stuff like that, that's for the fans. It's putting on like a show for the fans that they don't normally get to see. We get to see like Rhea Ripley teaming with Naomi and Bianca, like just different little events like that, and whoever got to go to those, we got some messages. Oh shit, Kombat Jones. we got We got to see Kombat Jones in a towel and a shower cap real quick. Yeah, so all these great events happen, man. I can't get over that. Man. Shout out to everybody that got to go to those house shows, those holiday tour shows. Must have been a great time. Must have been
that was weird. I don't know what the hell just happened. Somebody just kicked in the door on me, and whew.
Man,
Whew.
man, oh man. I gotta say, man, that person looked a lot better in a towel than I would.
that was weird. I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
We should have kicked off the show with that. We would have had a lot more people sticking around.
I should have grabbed the towel on that one. God. Damn.
Yeah, that's a great way to send off the show. But yeah, such a great
yeah.
That was
I tried to stop him. I tried to make a moment of him, bring him back in, but he wouldn't stay. I don't know who that was.
I'm saying if we get to 25,000 subscribers, we might also get a streaker on the show. You know, trying to play it safe with you, bro. I'm sorry. But man, oh man, what a way to end the year of pro wrestling. What a way to kick off the new year of pro wrestling with somebody breaking into Kombat Jones' house and running around in a towel and shower cap.
It was one of the greatest moments that it's ever happened here, and one of the greatest moments that happened this year with CM Punk. It's isn't it ironic?
Man,
wow,
don't you think? Yeah.
Boy,
oh boy, oh boy. I'm sure if any of your neighbors saw that, they would be shooting ropes too.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Now,
a lot of BDE, baby. BDE.
Now, did that person have to stay at a Super 8 motel and steal one of their towels just to have a white towel for that little segment?
Must be, yeah. That's where they got the towel. They hotel to hotel. Yeah.
That's it. That's it.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's all we got, man. We got Dynamite. Well, that's all I got. I don't know about you.
Yeah.
We got AEW Dynamite kicking off in a few minutes. So I'll have to check that out and see what goes on with that. Happy New Year to everybody. Thanks again to everybody that hangs out with us and supports us. This is probably bigger than I ever thought. I didn't think we were going to get more than probably 60, 70 subscribers when we started. So the fact that we were able to navigate this a little bit and get to where we're at is really very enjoyable and very unexpected.
Yeah, we're doing good. Shout out to the Wad Schwad.
The Wad
Screen Squad. Shout out to Kevin. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man. Yeah. You gotta
shout out, bro.
Show love for the beginning, you know.
That's right.
Yeah.
And we, this wasn't our brainchild. So
no.
Not at all. But shout out to everybody.
You made it a hot line. I made it a hot song.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to everybody. Sam's on Wrestling, Hitting the Turnbuckle Podcast, Sports for You, that hangs out with us a lot. Kick Ash Podcast. Man.
Shout out for sure. Strike Zone.
Yeah, everybody that's really kind of showed us love, and everybody, Howdy LFC already knows what time it is.
Sam's on Wrestling.
On Wrestling, bro. Like, really great content. Keep up the good work.
My brother on Twitch. Yeah. On TikTok. Shit. My brother. You got to come through sometime. We were talking. We're going to make it happen. Yeah.
Ooh.
The Cross Promo podcast, too. Father and son. Shout out to them. They're what's up.
Yeah, man. It's just a lot of love, man. A lot of, the Holy Shh podcast.
Yeah.
A lot
Detroit.
of love and support. Yeah. It is just really cool. Everything that's kind of happened and people we've connected with and stuff, and just people just showing us love and support, and people that we've talk to and want. Oh shit! All things wrestling. Hey yo!
Shout out to the All Things Wrestling Podcast. Check them out.
Yo.
Everybody on here. If you haven't seen any of these people on here, make sure you follow and subscribe them. Everybody in the comments, follow and subscribe each other. That's how we make it happen. That's how we made this happen too. Just by reaching out.
All Things Wrestling Podcast. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Yeah.
Chico. Yeah. Everybody just love and support each other out there, man. You know, we don't grow without the help of anybody else. So anybody else that needs help or get put on or something, needs some of their stuff reposted or whatever, we always try to help out because that's what was shown to us when we first started out. So we're glad to do it. And hopefully we'll do some collabs soon. You know, we got a lot of friends over across the pond, like we said already, Hitting the Turnbuckle, AEW Wrestling, Sam's on Wrestling.
Yep.
Andy can't stand any of your accents, so I would love to collab with you sometimes because he has a problem with overseas accents. We'll
jeez. No, that's not true. That's not true. Yeah.
He just has a hard time understanding sometimes. That's all.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, it is what it is.
It's all love, though. It's all love, even though I can't stand your accent. It's all love. USA, USA, USA. MJF still should have won that match. Yeah.
Yo, Sam's
you just remember who won the wars, baby.
Sam's
Independence, baby.
Said, don't worry, we hate them too.
Oh yeah. Fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah, man. But all love and support for everybody. Thanks again for hanging out with us. This was a lot of fun. We don't really go live very much because we're very over the top sometimes, and it's hard to kind of navigate that sometimes. We appreciate everybody coming through and supporting and hanging out with us.
Yeah, and it's early sometimes. Yeah. But yeah, thanks again, everybody. We had a great year. It's only going to continue with 2025. We're just getting bigger, growing larger, yeeting. Yeah, like everybody else.
Smaller.
Yeah. Everybody, think positive. Do what makes you happy. What motivates you. Motivate yourself. Speak it into existence. We're all going to be great. We're all going to do great things. And we're going to watch great wrestling this year. And it's going to be amazing. And I really appreciate you, Jesse, for doing this podcast with me and your knowledge and your friendship. And then everything you've done. It's made it great. And I really appreciate it.
Likewise, man. Likewise. I couldn't think of anybody else I'd rather do this with and hang out with and talk wrestling with. And, you know, everybody, like Kombat Jones said, just open your minds, think positively, look up Immaculate Constellation, Google search Luis Elizondo. We are not alone. The New Jersey drones aren't just in New Jersey. Do not accept what they tell you is going on. Question everything and get to the bottom of it yourself. Come up with your own conclusions. Yes.
Look up Tom DeLonge. Look up Secret Machines. Look up To the Stars. Look up Bob Lazar. Educate yourself. Look up George Knapp, Jeremy Corbell, Area 51, S4. Check it all out. Think for yourself, or go watch the X-Files.
What's going on at Wright-Patterson Air Force Base?
Yes.
Lockheed Martin Skunk Works. They are lying to us. Hey, even across the pond, Rendlesham Forest incident that happened. What is going on with all of that?
What is going on? What a year it's been for the whole UAP, UFO phenomenon. It's crazy. We could do a whole podcast just on that.
We could.
Man.
Shout out everybody. Like I said, thanks again. We'll be back again soon. Tell your friends. That's the only way we grow is if you tell your friends. We'll tell our friends about y'all. And thanks again for all the love.
Yeah, we love all of y'all. Thank you so much. And that's pretty deadly. Jesse.
I'm holding it.
Oh. Yeah. And I'm Andrew. Kombat Jones. You've been listening to the Ringside Renaissance Wrestling Podcast. Happy New Year, baby.
New Year rocks. New Year rocks.
Yeah. Let's go. Y'all have a good night. Stay safe. Peace.